Hodge class. So that means I've been in DSP for 7 semesters now, and I'm really excited to be serving as Senior Vice President this semester. What that means is I'm going to be guiding you all throughout the rush process. So if you have any questions at any time, come to me. I'm happy to talk to you and help you out throughout the process. And I also have a lovely assistant who's been helping me out.
Hi everybody, my name is Kelsey Eichenberry, and I'm a sophomore from this fall 17th Pledge class. So I'm Andrea's lovely assistant, and my main responsibilities will be your point of contact this semester. You're going to be getting a lot of emails and remind texts from me, so look out for that. But otherwise, we're really excited to have you guys.
So between Kelsey and I, we also have a committee of brothers who's been helping us plan the whole rush process. So if you have any specific questions about certain circumstances or anything, look for people in the yellow name tags, and we're happy to help you out. So now let's get into Delta Sigma Pi. You're all sitting here waiting to learn about it. Who are we exactly? So we're a professional business fraternity with 163 active brothers on campus. And what that means is there's 163 people on IU's campus here to help you out, help you grow, learn, develop throughout your college experience. We're a group of young professionals, so whether that's academically in the classroom or professionally as you start building those resumes, applying for jobs, and finding your dream career path, we're here to help you out with that and to help you grow there. We're also uniquely passionate people, so whether you're like Aubrey here who loves IU Dance Marathon, or the many other brothers who have passions from thrifting to coffee to coding, if you have an interest, there's a brother here who shares that with you. So on our name tags, you'll notice we have 3 different interests, so feel free to spark conversations from one of those tonight when we move out to open networking after the presentation. We're also a group of world travelers. We actually have 26 brothers abroad right now on 3 different continents. And we just love traveling together. As you can see, brothers did that last year as well. So if studying abroad is one of your interests, you can find people to do that with here too. We're committed teammates. We actually have a men's and women's Little 500 team, amongst other many intramural sports or just games that we play throughout the semester. So if that's one of your passions, you can find it here as well. We're also over 2,400 IU alumni strong. So that's only the brothers of Delta Sigma Pi from IU, not to mention all the other chapters throughout the country. So post-grad life, if you're just moving to a new city, starting a new job, there's a brother there to help you and get you set up there as well. But before any of that, we're supportive friends. I was lucky enough to find my home through DSP 7 semesters ago, and it has made my college experience so much better, and I couldn't imagine life without it. So I hope that you guys are all able to find that today as well. As a fraternity, we have 4 different pillars: professionalism, brotherhood, diversity, and community service. So throughout the rush process, we try to show those all to you guys. In our open rush process after tonight, we have Brotherhood Night, game night, and professional interviews that highlight all 4 of those pillars. And then after that, we have closed rush, which is invite only, but we continue to highlight some of our pillars throughout that and give you all more opportunities to get to know the brotherhood. And this year's rush theme is Uncover What Empowers You. So what this means to me and so many other brothers is that DSP is here to help you find your passion, whatever your interest is, and not just uncover it, but chase after it and accomplish it. So to learn a little more about that, we have a video for you to follow. First up, we have our president, Brett Kamenity, who's going to do all again.
I'm a junior from New Providence, New Jersey. And I was a part of the amazing Fall 16 Pledge class. We got to hear a little bit from Andrea, and in the next hour or so, we'll get to hear a lot from different brothers talk about their experiences, as well as the visions that they have for the semester. But for the next few minutes, I just want to talk about how DSP has helped uncover what empowers me, and how I hope that in the future I can do the same for brothers. Coming into IU, I was someone who really liked to stick to my guns. I always had ambitions to go outside of my comfort zone and do things and try new things, but that really wasn't me. Even though I wanted to do it, I just couldn't get over the hump and do that. Fortunately enough for me, my first semester freshman year, I was able to rush and pledge DSP. Yeah. And that was where, thank you. That was where I got my first taste of how amazing the brothers in this chapter were. and how I one day wanted to be like them. And I knew that that started with making some changes myself. My first 2 semesters being a brother, I served on 2 different committees and got to learn some great experiences, have some great experiences, learn a lot of different things, and as a sophomore, I knew I was ready to take that next step to really make a difference. There was a particular executive position that I wanted to do, and internally, I knew that I really had some great ideas and I really wanted to do it, but I knew that I just wasn't in a mental position to go for it. I thought to myself that I really wanted to do it, but I thought to myself also, I'll just do that next semester, I'll do that next year. There are people more qualified than me, there are people older than me, I'll just wait. And then it just took one random day in Hodge where I ran into a couple of brothers, and really unprovoked, someone came up to me and said, like, hey Brett, I really think you'd be great at this position. And as insignificant as that seemed to me at first, that was the boost that I needed to realize, like, someone has confidence in me, and that, if I have the ideas, I have the passion, that I should go for it and see what happens. And fortunate enough, I was able to hold that position for that semester. Fast forward to the next year, this past semester actually, a similar situation. I, wanted to take that next step again as a junior, as an upperclassman, to be able to give back to the people who were younger than me in DSP, as when I was in that position, I was able to gain so much from them. I thought it was my time to now give back. And president, I thought was that position for me, but again, I was, internally timid. I was concerned that, oh, you know what, there's other people that should do it, there's other people that can do it, I'll just wait, I'll put it off again. But, when talking to my friends, talking to my brothers, once again, they gave me that boost of confidence. They gave me everything I needed to let me know that I'm capable of doing it. And fortunately enough for me, here I am today. No matter what you might be looking for, whether it be something like similar to me or something totally different, I can guarantee you that there are a group of brothers, whether it be a few or all of them, that are able to provide that for you and really get the most out of your college experience and your DSP experience. Just to kind of show how all of us are connected, brothers, you can raise your hand if you can relate to these things, and everyone can look around. So brothers, raise your hand if you've ever had a class with another brother. Raise your hand if you've ever gone on spring break or traveled abroad with a brother. Cool. Raise your hand if you live with a brother. And I don't want to make this uncomfortable. Raise your hand if you have dated or date a brother. Can't tell the difference. Okay. As you can see, all of us are connected in different ways. Sorry about that. All of us are connected in different ways, but I can guarantee you that we're all collectively connected in a way where we all look to get the most out of each other and all are here to help each other out. Thank you so much, and I encourage everybody to come talk to me after we meet the chapter outside during open networking. I'd be glad to talk with you guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your night.
Thank you, Brett. Next, we'd like to welcome Jake Staples, our Vice President of Pledge Education.
Hey everyone, my name is Jake Staples, and I'm lucky enough to be this semester's Vice President of Pledge Education. I'm originally from Baton Rouge, New Jersey. Yeah, 2 jerseys in a row. And I'm from the Spring 17 Pledge class. Yeah, we have some people abroad, so we're missing a few, but thanks guys. So you're probably sitting there wondering, Jake, what the hell does the Vice President of Pledge Education do? That's a good question. I could say a lot worse words than that. Before I answer that, I do quickly want to say, if you have any specific concerns or questions about the nature of Pledge, please find me during one of the open networking sessions. I'd be happy to answer those questions. Going back to the main question, to answer it, I'd like all you guys to close your eyes. Now, I want you to visualize your parents or whoever in your life is a parent figure. They're with you through every hiccup, every bruise, every good and bad thing that goes on in your life. They're there to support and comfort you. Now I want you to visualize the best teacher you've ever had. This teacher probably wrote your recommendation letter. They're the type of teacher that challenges you not only to be the best student you could be, but also the best person. And lastly, I want you to envision your best friend, the person you share every detail with, the person who's probably going to end up in your wedding. Now I want you to take these 3 you have in mind and combine them into one person. And I want you to open your eyes. Guess what? This semester, that one person is going to be me. Now, that may seem cheesy to a couple of you, but it's the honest truth. I'm going to be there for you to support you like a parent, to challenge you like a teacher, and to connect with you like a real friend. By the end of the semester, you're going to have some lifelong friends, some memories that will last beyond college years, and just a really, really good experience to look back on. Now, speaking of pledship, our pledship lasts 8 weeks, starting at the end of January and ending at the end of March. Some brothers may say it's kind of like adding a 3-credit course to your load. I think that's a little bit more intense than it actually is. The benefits that you will receive from pledging absolutely outweigh every single one of those nights that can make you look overwhelmed. But to help you, you will have the support of not only me, but your pledge class, the entire active brothers, as well as we're going to work very closely with our Vice President of Scholarship, Gabe Mershad, this semester to ensure that your grades do not falter whatsoever during pledging. Now, in addition, you're also going to be participating in a multitude of diversity, professionalism, community service events throughout the semester, not only to bond with one another, but to give back to the chapter and to give back to the community. You also will develop immensely as a professional. And when I mean immensely, I mean immensely. I've seen people go through amazing transformations from their pledship to where they are now. Just looking at me, I had no idea what professionalism means, and now I got a job lined up for the summer, and I can definitely say it's way more due to DSP than anything I've ever learned in Cali. Some specific things you'll be learning is mastering your resume, mastering your cover letter, and career fair prep, which are things that are touched on in Cali, but really not too in depth. Now, before I leave you, I just want to share a little piece of advice that my mother actually gave to me right before my chapter. If you're an introvert like me, these type of events can be the worst experiences of your life. But there's one really, really small thing that you can do to fix this. It's going to be the simplest thing you hear the entire day, but trust me, it's going to help so much. I want you to smile. Now you're probably saying, well, Jake, duh, of course I'm going to smile. You would be surprised. If I asked the active brothers right now who have interacted with rushies before, who have the coldest stare, and they're just trying to think what's going to you, we don't want to see that. If you smile, it not only shows that you're comfortable in the situation, that you're confident, but also that you want to be here and that you want to become a member of this amazing organization. So do me a favor tonight, relax, be yourself, and don't forget to smile. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jake. Now I'd like to welcome our VP of Community Service, Brittany Mueller.
Hi everyone, my name is Brittany Mueller and I'm your Vice President of Community Service for this upcoming spring semester. A little bit about me, I'm a junior from Naperville, Illinois. I'm a member of the Spring 2018 Pledge Class. So with community service being one of our 4 pillars, ESP makes it a priority to get involved on both the local and national level. This past semester alone, we've been involved with Habitat for Humanity, My Sister's Closet, and the National Association for Mental Illness, among others. In November, many of our brothers participated in Indiana University Dance Marathon. Yeah. DSP had a team of 19 dancers, all on their feet for 12 hours, with 10 more brothers dancing all 36 hours of the marathon on committees. We were recognized as in the top 5 student organizations raising the most money in 24 hours, and in total raised over $12,000 for the kids at Riley Hospital for children. This semester, I have the honor of planning our 9th annual American Cancer Society Gala, which is our largest philanthropy event of the year. Sitting in your seats literally a year ago today, I was so excited to join DSP for its connection to ACS, and after witnessing the gala in the spring during my pledship semester, I can truly say that it's one of the most moving experiences I've had in college so far. Hearing your brothers and Kelly faculty share their experiences with cancer allows us to raise awareness and build hope for the cure. Since its inception, Alpha Pi has raised over $40,000 for cancer research, with $11,000 last year. Tonight, you guys are going to hear about our social and our professional sides, but what makes community service and DSP unique is that it's our outlet to choose something different and truly give back. This is the pillar of our fraternity that you're going to see the heart and the passion passionate about our brothers. For example, we have brothers who will go jump out of a plane skydiving, FTK, as you saw in the video. We have brothers who will get eggs cracked on their head in Hodge Hall for the kids. We even have brothers who will dress up as a human ice cream sundae for the kids. It's this kind of spirit and dedication that I'm hoping to bring to our spring and CS Gala this semester. DSP has given me a home because my brothers are here to help me, but they're also here to help others. It's this selflessness that inspires me every day to do good. So if any of this at all sounds interesting to you, please come find me later in the open networking section. I'll be happy to talk to you more.
Now I'd like to welcome our VP of Professional Activities, John.
My name is John Pogazowski, or Jake Pogo, or John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. I'm a sophomore, originally from Philadelphia. Go Birds! And more importantly, I'm a part of the Fall 2017 Pledge Class. This semester, I'm also proud to say that I will be your Vice President of Professional Activities. So, what's a professional activity? Is it building a resume, building your LinkedIn, shaking hands professionally, professional communication, verbally, non-verbally? That list of activities can go on and on and on. And if you're sitting there in your seats as I was in fall 2017, thinking of what professional activities you're good at, and thinking, wow, I could use some improvement in those. Well, that was me too, to the nth degree. I was not good at any of those. So don't worry, don't be intimidated. This is a home where you can be helped with that. For me, for instance, my go-to professional communication was that. So, and at the end of the day, just know that none of us are born professionals. I don't care if you're the son or daughter, Mark Cuban, or the kid of Mr. Kelly himself, Mr. Steak and Shake, Ed Kelly. You are not born a professional. So if you're not born a professional, if it's not through nature, then it must be through nurture. And we are that family to nurture you. We are the brothers that will go there and be with you, help you with your basics, your resumes, your cover letters, your LinkedIns, whatever, you name it, but beyond too. In terms of what we'll help you with, it'll be like finding that professional path, where you're going to go, what you're going to do, who you're going to be with, why you want to do that, and also beyond and how we will help you. Every person in this room, I can guarantee you, will go above and beyond in helping you professionally. Matt right here, he will dissect your resume like he's a bio major, not a business major. So far, in any professional thing you want. Trust and believe, you will grow professionally in this fraternity. Because at the end of the day, nobody's born professional. And whatever's on that list of activities of how you want to grow professionally, we will be there. Not because we're paid to do this, not because we're your professors and we're supposed to do this, but because we are your brothers. And we want to do this. We're family. So, welcome to the family.
Ohio. I am currently a sophomore and I am from the Spring 18 Pledge class. I'm the semester's director of social activities. 1 year ago, I was sitting up there and I was nervous because I honestly thought DSP was just a resource for professional things. And even though that's why I was there, I assumed to learn a lot differently. But I never considered myself someone to be professional. In fact, for my first job interview, I accidentally dabbed the guy instead of shaking his hand. And I'm devastated to say I did not get the job of being a busboy I wanted my whole life. But since being in DSP, I can confidently say that has improved, but it has impacted me in ways I wouldn't expect that to be, and that was socially. Just like any other organization, DSP loves to take advantage of what IU and Bloomington offers us. And that can range from brothers going out to eat for any restaurant Bloomington offers, from even renting a couple boats when the weather gets nicer on Lake Monroe, to even cheering so hard for every athletic game there is. But even if watching a sport isn't your thing, we also love to play sports like no other. DSP is active in so many intramural sports ranging from co-ed, female, and male teams. And besides that, so many people ask me, Jeff, what makes DSP special? What makes it unique? Why do you love it so much? And honestly, for the longest time, I had no idea what the answer was, at least from a social aspect. But after time, the answer became very clear. And that is, no matter what you want to do, no matter the time it takes you to get there, no matter how expensive it is, I can confidently say, as I look all the brothers before me, that at least one person is going to want to experience that with you, to make your college experience that much better. During my pledge semester, I made a mock reality show. And I honestly thought everyone's be like, wow, what's wrong with this kid? And even though in their head they were probably still, wow, this kid is not right. Every single one of them was just exciting me to go through that. And that's something you can see in all the brothers at Delta Sigma Phi. So as you're going through this rush process, yes, DSP is a professional fraternity, and you can get as much as you want from that, but also know you have a chance to make your best friends and be a part of a network of people that want to make this college experience the best it possibly can be. Thank you.
Let's all welcome our VP of Diversity, Presley Batchelor.
Hey everybody, my name is Presley Batchelor. I'm from Denver, Colorado. Anybody from there? And I'm a proud member of Spring 18. And I'm so excited to be here talking with you all today. Diversity has become something that I am so passionate about since coming to IU, and DSP has been the perfect home for it. I remember sitting right over here during my first Meet the Chapter and Brotherhood events, and I was learning more and more about DSP. And the more I learned, the more I realized that everybody was so different, and that was something that DSP truly valued. This semester, we're breaking down diversity even further and doing diversity of thought, experience, passion, and personal identity. We're taking those elements because diversity is a huge concept, and every one of you has a say in what it is, and that's the beauty of it. We have brothers in DSP who are involved in so many activities. Actually, 98% of them are involved in something outside of DSP. 83% of them are involved in an activity outside of Kelly, which is wild if you've been around Kelly. We've learned so much from one another. We all share different passions, whether that's IU basketball, or pizza, or empowering other students to learn, or community service. We're all pushing each other to grow and to learn more about who you are as well as who you can be. DSP has become a home to so many people for so many different reasons too. We all say that we love the people. We love our brothers. We support one another because we're a family. But at the end of the day, we're also on the same intramural teams. We're also studying L201 at 3 o'clock in the morning. And we're also holding each other's hands through the hardest parts and the best parts of IU. Diversity has been the best experience of learning more about it, and I'm so excited to teach more of you about it as we go through this semester. So thank you for coming, and have a great time.
Now I'd like to welcome our men's and women's Little 500 captains, Joel and Honda.
Gonna gear up here. Alright. I know, I look great. It's my best look. Alright.
Fall 15, men's Little 500 captain, and we are looking for some interested, motivated students who would be willing to join our team.
Once every year, I know, hard to follow. Once every year, we get the opportunity to go to Bill Armstrong Stadium to see the biggest biggest intercollegiate bike race in the United States. And I'd like to say the country, but I don't have the facts for that. But I will say that only 250 students each year get the opportunity to compete in this bike race and are able to represent whatever different communities they're a part of. And we get to do that with Delta Sigma Pi. Now, when you think about it, there's 15,000 people who are all flocking to the stadium to go see this race. And some people have never even been there before. For some of you, this might be your first time ever seeing the Little 500. And for some of you, it might be returning a thing. But every time you go, take it in, because it's definitely the best college weekend at Indiana University.
Yes. Little 500. Yes. Best party weekend on any college campus, but there's also that athletic component which we like to celebrate. I fell in love with the Little 500 my freshman year when I went and saw the race. That summer, I went out and bought a bike, and the following semesters, I trained with the team. That year, I had the opportunity to represent DSP in the Little 500, and it was one of the greatest experiences I have ever had. And since then, our team has been training almost daily. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, training, that sounds horrible. But honestly, training has been one of the greatest highlights of my college career. Every day I get back from class and I throw off my backpack. I put on my uniform, I get on my bike, and I go and join my brothers, my friends, my other riders. We go out on a ride across Bloomington, or we go to the gym. And that's been It's cold. I'm going to the gym. One of my greatest memories from training is when our team decided to go to a Bloomington quarry. You know what you saw them breaking away. We didn't know really where it was, and we found ourselves on this dirt road in the middle of nowhere. It's probably trespassing. It was definitely trespassing. We found the quarry, and I got to jump in, which was an insane experience. Definitely crossed that one off the IU bucket list. We do fun stuff like that other than, just Little 5 training. We've rode in Chicago, literally rode across Indiana, did the Hilly 100. And last fall, when we went to St. Louis for our DSP fall formal, we rode along the Mississippi River. Woo!
Now, one of the best things about Little 5 is that you have 160 brothers right behind you in the stands screaming your name. But here today, there's no way better to show you guys than to actually show you.
Now every year, every semester, we have Meet the Chapter. And Rushies always come up to us and say they're interested. But they always have the same excuses. Not athletic. Never played a sport. Don't know how to ride a bike. We don't care. All we're looking for are motivated students. And we will give you the resources you need to be great. And we will give you a family within a family to enjoy it with.
Thank you, everyone. And please come talk to us or any of the other riders, raise your hands, to talk more about the Little 500 and learn how you can experience it with us. Thank you.
Welcome some of our newest members of DSP, Paul and Veronia.
Hi, my name is Ronnie Stovey. I'm a freshman from Chicago, Illinois.
I'm Paul Zerg. I'm a sophomore from Fishers, Indiana. We're Fall 18! It's kind of wild just to think that we were in your guys' position just last semester. I remember getting texts from my sister forcing me to come to this event just in case I chickened out. It's kind of crazy just to see how far that we've come since then. When I was a freshman, I thought I had the whole college thing figured out. I had great friends, I had pretty good grades, but as time went on, I realized that I want to be part of something bigger. I want to be part of a group that I could call my family and I could call my home. Luckily for me, one of my friends decided to rush DSP the semester before me, and he was just a changed man. He smiled more, he laughed more, he joked more. He was just so energetic and happy all the time. I was like, what's going on? He was just surrounded by so many unique and fascinating people. And from that moment, I knew that I had to be a part of whatever the heck was going on. I had to join DSP. Luckily for me, I can call myself a brother, I can call all these people my family, and I can call this fraternity my home.
So unlike Paul, I'm actually a mess. I came into Kelly not sure if business was my thing. Then I went to class and people started talking about what they want to do after graduation. And then I realized three things. One, if I have an office job, I will cry. If I'm still not famous by age 25 for producing music, I'm going to cry. And three, the world needs to protect Vivian at all costs. So at this point, I hated business, but I still rushed a business fraternity because we love being impulsive. And fast forward to today, I found a community that not only supports but shares my passion. I've yet to see so many people wanting to do so many different things, each with their own unique reason as to why. And it's this community that's helped me give my all and pursue something I know I love doing for the rest of my life. So my advice is this. Don't be afraid to reach out to brothers. It's never you versus anybody. Every single person here, including yourself, wants to see you grow into the type of person that you want to become. I was here to admit that I actually didn't want to do a business and that I wanted to do music, so I waited until after I was initiated to say it. My only regret is not saying it sooner. And that's why I can say with confidence that DSP just wants to see you do you and be good at it.
If I were to give you guys any advice, it's just be yourself. I'm a strong believer that each and every one of us has a specific amount of spice in themselves. Spice! Professional machines, but like, no, it's not. Like, my favorite interest on here is Smash Bros. We're only ran down with those shoes. It's really not like that. For the longest time, I told myself that if I had to act like who I really wanted to be, I would not be accepted by this fraternity. I would not be worthy. And I couldn't be more wrong. So don't try to pretend to be some mold, some ideal brother, because it just doesn't exist. And we all know how mold treated McNutt and Foster. So just be yourself, and you won't regret a single thing about it. We wish you all the best of luck in this rush process, and we hope that you guys are just as cool as
from Indianapolis, Indiana. And I am a proud member of the Spring 17 Pledge class. And I am unbelievably excited tonight. First and foremost, I'm unbelievably excited for you guys. You're going to have so much fun during this rush process. But beyond that, I'm thrilled to be your senior speaker and share some of the lessons that I've learned during my time in DSP. When Andrea asked me to give this speech, immediately the first lesson that I learned in DSP came to the front of my mind, and it's what I want to start with tonight. No matter how close you are with your friends, with these brothers, you will still find that one embarrassing Facebook photo of you from your awkward phase and post it for everyone to see. So, advice. Everything from the years of 2010 to 2014 on Facebook, do yourself a favor, dump it. Just get rid of it. Everything that used to top me. It's a little bit more meaningful. And it's just this. You can be you, and you can be great in business. Those things aren't mutually exclusive. This lesson comes with a story. When I came to college almost 4 years ago now, I had just come out to my friends and my family. So I came here in the midst of trying to figure out who I was. I don't know if anyone else can kind of relate to this, but pretty soon once I got on campus, I started feeling this mentality when I walked through the doors of Hodge Hall, like, check yourself at the door. Like, come as you are, but only if you fit this certain mold. Eat nested if statements for breakfast and use the Wall Street Journal as a pillow at night. So for me, freshman year was a really confusing and difficult time. I didn't know who I was. what I could or couldn't say, how I was supposed to act, hell, if I even belonged in business or in a professional setting. I was desperately searching for a community of intelligent, kind, funny, and driven individuals that could help me reach my full potential. You can probably see where the story's going. Enter DSP. Second semester of my sophomore year, everything changed. Come as you are, but only if you fit this mold, turned into come as you are, and we'll help you break the mold. I learned that you do not have to give up your personality, your quirks, what makes you unique to be a successful professional. In fact, you can refine those points of uniqueness, leverage them to one day become the boss. DSP exemplifies that you don't have to check yourself when you walk through any door. Whether you're an international student or you're from Naperville, whether you're trying to check the most bland state, whether you were a Deca wizard in high school or you're new to this whole business thing, whether you're a woman or a man, you're gay or you're straight, it does not matter. You have a place in the professional world, and you sure as hell have a place in Delta Sigma. If you know exactly who you want to be professionally and exactly what you want to do in business, that's great. Rush DSP. If you aren't really sure who you want to be professionally or what you want to do in business, that's great. Rush DSP. If you have literally no idea who you want to be professionally or what you want to do in business, that's great. Think about transferring to School of Public Health. I'm joking because that was me when I was in your seats 2 years ago. My point is this. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey, now is the perfect time to rush Delta Sigma Pi and uncover what empowers you. Thanks for enjoying it.
Should I keep it light, stay out of the fight? No one's gonna listen to me if I write a song.